Hey there everybody, it's Jason the Total Drama Fan. As you can probably already tell, since I already did an entire video about it, and the filming location for this video is different than most of my videos, I am visiting my mom in Oregon right now. So, like I promised in that video where I said that I would be visiting my mom in Oregon, I am doing a DVD review. What type of DVD will I be reviewing? Well, the types of DVDs where I had no idea they were coming out until the absolute last minute. Let me explain. So, for this video, we're going to be taking a look at these 2-volume collections from Disney. So, Disney seems to be doing this thing now where they take a bunch of DVDs for their older TV shows and bundle them together into sets, when all of them have this yellowish border on the top. So the first of these DVD sets to come out were for the original DuckTales and Kim Possible. Right over here, let me zoom in the camera. So yeah, these DVD sets came out in March, and I want to give a shout out to a YouTube channel called Entertainment Corner, who was the one who did videos on these 2 DVDs, and I'll put a link to that video in the description. You can see that I'm directly videotaping off of the computer to show you a still image of that video. The crazy thing is, though, that Disney never gave those DVD releases any official announcements. They just randomly popped up for pre-order on Amazon. And then they ended up in Walmart stores a couple weeks later. Which is very weird because Disney usually announces these types of DVDs. But, can't complain too much about it because now, following in the footsteps of their much more beloved predecessor in terms of the original DuckTales and successor in terms of Kim Possible, we have 2 similar releases for Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers and Goof Troop, 2 of my all-time favorite Disney afternoon shows. Goof Troop is in 2nd, and Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers is in 4th, in terms of my all-time favorite Disney afternoon shows, in case you were wondering. So I'm really happy that Disney decided to release these 2 collections, because I don't have any of these titles on DVD individually. So these 2 collections feature the 2 and only 2 of the volumes that were released for these 2 shows. Blah, I'm saying 2 an awful lot. Well, it makes sense considering the fact that these are 2 2-volume collections. Sorry if I'm sounding a bit redundant here, but when it comes to a title, whose name is literally a 2-volume collection, I'm gonna end up saying 2 an awful lot. So, yeah. Just like the DuckTales and Kim Possible sets, I had no idea that either of these 2 were coming out. And unlike the other 2 releases, though, I didn't see any Amazon listings for these 2 sets. And then I just went into my local Walmart, which here in Oregon is in Salem, and I saw that these 2 DVDs were on sale for $15 each. I had my Walmart gift card on me, so I decided to buy them because, like I said, I don't have any of these volumes individually. However, my little brother Ravi has Goof Troop Volume 1 individually, and I'll show you what it looks like later on in the video, because there is a really key factor into whether or not you want to buy this set if you already have Goof Troop Volumes 1 and 2 on DVD individually, that I'll discuss later in the video. But for now, let's take a look at both of these volumes. First, because it's the older of the two shows, let's take a look at Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers' set. So on the top it says that it's a 2-volume collection. It says it has 51 episodes. Then we see the Disney and Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers logos in the center. Then we see 2 different pictures of Chip and Dale, copied directly from the cover art of Volume 1 and Volume 2 individually, and they even say the volume number which the cover art is taken from. Here is the spine. It has the Disney DVD logo, the Disney and Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers logos. It says that it's a 2-volume collection and has 51 episodes. And we see a character profile of Chip and Dale, and the stock number. One thing that kind of bothers me about this set is that the paper that's inside the case for the cover is slightly out of proportion on the spine. So if you put it on the shelf, you can kind of see a portion of the back cover on there. Disney seems to do this an awful lot when it comes to their newer DVD releases, simply because they focus more on their Blu-ray releases nowadays, so they don't really care, I guess, in terms of how the spine on their DVDs is proportionate to the back cover when you put them on the shelf. But, it's not something like a deal breaker or anything like that, just a nitpick that I wanted to point out. Here is the back. So it has a couple of screenshots featuring the Rescue Rangers, and it gives a brief description for both volumes. And you can pause here if you want to read all of this information here. Really like that they put the front covers from the individual volume releases on the back. That's really cool that they decided to do that. So, it doesn't give a total running time for all of the discs combined for both volumes, but the running time for both volumes individually are listed. 614 minutes for Volume 1, and 549 minutes for Volume 2. And the reason why the running time has a slightly dramatic decrease is because there are less episodes on Volume 2 than there are on Volume 1. Volume 1 has 27 episodes, and Volume 2 only has 24. Not that big of a difference, but still something I wanted to point out regardless. I was so excited to find these DVDs that I already took the wrapping off the cases. So we're just going to open up the case for this set right now. So here's the inside. Pretty basic stuff in terms of inserts. Disney Movie Rewards Code, which I already redeemed. And an advertisement for the Disney Movie Club. The cool thing about this set, though, and I'm really happy that Disney decided to do this, is that the discs still have their old artwork from their individual releases. I'm really happy that Disney decided to do that, because some companies, like Paramount, have a bad habit of changing the artwork on the disc for their older releases, like the SpongeBob season sets, into boring gray disc for their reissues. So like I said, I'm really happy that Disney decided to keep the artwork on each individual disc for that reason. And the disc have pretty nice looking artwork on them. So here is disc 1 of Volume 1 featuring Chip, disc 2 of Volume 1 featuring Dale, disc 3 of Volume 1 featuring Monterey Jack, disc 1 of Volume 2 featuring Chip again, disc 2 of Volume 2 featuring Dale again, and disc 3 of Volume 2 featuring Monterey Jack again. It would have been nice if the third disc in Volume 2 had either gadget or zipper on it, as a way to keep the characters on each of the discs from being a direct copy and paste in terms of who's featured on what disc. But, you know, it's still nice enough. So, yeah, pretty basic stuff inside. Unfortunately, even though this set is in a clear case, the inside has no artwork on it. And the two inserts cover up disc 1. I could just throw them away, but since I am a completionist, I want to keep them inside the case. That's just the kind of person I am. Now let's take a look at Goof Troop's 2-volume collection. So just like on the Chip and Dale set, on the top it says that it's a 2-volume collection, and then it says that it has 54 episodes, as opposed to Chip and Dale set having 51. And the reason why is because both of these volumes have 27 episodes each. Unlike the Chip and Dale volumes, where Volume 1 had 27 episodes and Volume 2 only had 24. Again, not that big of a deal, but still something I wanted to point out. Then in the center of the front cover, we see the Disney and Goof Troop logos. And then we see artwork of Goofy and Max that are taken from the artwork of the retail releases of volumes 1 and 2 individually. And I say retail releases because these two volumes were originally released as Disney Movie Club exclusives in 2013, and then Disney gave them retail releases in 2014. And they changed the artwork on the newer retail releases. He says, and personally, I prefer the artwork on those retail releases over the Disney Movie Club exclusive releases. So I'm really happy that the retail release artwork is the one type of artwork that Disney decided to put on the front cover of this set. However, the top of the cover is taken from the cover of Volume 2, and the bottom artwork is from Volume 1's cover. Again, not something that's like super shocking or anything like that, just something I wanted to point out. Here's the spine. It has the Disney DVD logo, the Disney and Goof Troop logos. It says that it's a 2-volume collection that has 54 episodes. We see a character profile of Goofy and the stock number. Just like the Chip and Dale set, the spine is slightly out of proportion, so you can see a little bit of the back cover here. Here is the back. It has another picture of Goofy and Max, and just like the Chip and Dale set, it has pictures of the front covers of the retail releases of Volume 1 and Volume 2's individual releases, and it gives a brief description of both volumes. And you can pause here if you want to read all of this information here. Just like the Chip and Dale set, I already took the wrapping off the case, so let's open it up. Just like the Chip and Dale set, there's nothing really spectacular in here in terms of artwork or on inserts or inside the case or anything like that. Once again, we have a Disney Movie Rewards code, which I already redeemed, and an advertisement for the Disney Movie Club. Unfortunately, because this DVD set is one of the newer of Disney's DVD releases, they kept the same disc as you would get if you were to buy the 2 volumes individually, just like the Chip and Dale set. But because these individual volumes were newer releases, they unfortunately have the boring gray disc that Disney's DVDs tend to use nowadays. So, yeah, that is a bummer, but you know, it is what it is. So here is Disc 1 of Volume 1, Disc 2 of Volume 1, Disc 3 of Volume 1, Disc 1 of Volume 2, Disc 2 of Volume 2, and Disc 3 of Volume 2. So, yeah. Now that we've taken a look at both volumes, well, both collections, because these are collections of volumes, now it's time for the actual review portion. As for the review, I would give both of these sets a 4 out of 5 stars. The picture quality isn't the best, but it's not bad. I would compare it to a slightly used VHS tape. The picture consistently looks fuzzy, but it doesn't look like it particularly dirty or anything like that. And it's just that you can tell that Disney didn't put the best effort, if they put any effort at all, into remastering the picture for these two. But they're definitely watchable. The sound, on the other hand, is really good. The characters' dialogue are mostly easy to understand, which is especially good for Chip and Dale, considering how high-pitched the chipmunks' voices are. And in the rare event that you can't hear something, English subtitles have been kindly provided for every episode on both of these DVD sets. Unfortunately, but not surprisingly, considering the fact that most of Disney's DVDs for their TV shows are like this, there are no special features. However, the fact that we have so many episodes of both of these shows together in one collection each for the two shows is good enough of a reason for me to recommend these two releases, especially if you don't have any of these volumes individually for some weird reason. Hey, I didn't have any of these individually myself, so I'm with you, man. So they're $15 each at Walmart, and I just checked, and they are on Amazon too. So if you want to save shelf space, because you'll save a lot of shelf space if you were to buy these compared to buying their individual releases. I highly recommend getting it, and I also recommend it if you don't have any of these individually, like I mentioned earlier in the video. And the good thing about the Goof Troop set in comparison to Volume 1 and Volume 2's individual releases is this. Yes, we're getting to that part now. Like I said earlier in the video, my little brother Ravi has Volume 1 of Goof Troop on DVD individually. And here's the main thing that I think you'll like about the 2-volume collection that'll probably that would probably get you to want to buy that and get rid of Volume 1 and Volumes 2's individual releases. Their individual releases have stacked discs on a single holder, which is very frustrating. Not only can the disc get scratched more easily, but you have to take one disc out to get the other disc. So it's very frustrating. And like I mentioned earlier, they are indeed the exact same disc. So if you want to, you can get Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers 2 volumes on DVD individually, because even though I like how all of the content from the 2 volumes are together in one roof here, I do think that the older releases of these 2 volumes have much cooler artwork on them, taken from old stock images, screenshots from the show, and even the covers of some of the show's VHS releases. But Goof Troop's DVD, because of the annoying stacked disc, you'll probably want to get this set if you want your disc to not get scratched as easily. So, yeah. Depending on what kind of a person you are, you might not want to get this set. And if you don't already have... if you already have Volume 1 and Volume 2's individual releases, but I definitely recommend you get the Goof Troop set if you already have Volume 1 and Volume 2 individually, because of the fact that this set uses a flipper case, as opposed to this set using stacked discs on a single holder. And before you ask, yes, the Disney Movie Club exclusive versions of Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Goof Troop's individual releases also have stacked disc. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, as for whether or not I'll get the DuckTales and Kim Possible sets that came out in this, I guess you could call it a series, though the only thing that they have in common is that they all have the same yellow border on the top. I'm not sure. DuckTales' set does not have Volume 4, which is still a Disney Movie Club exclusive. If it had Volume 4 in it, I would definitely get it because it would be the complete series. But I still might want to get it anyways because it's in a much slimmer package compared to the titles that are included in the set's individual releases. In case you were wondering, it has Volumes 1, 2, and 3, and the DuckTales movie, Treasure of the Lost Lamp. As for Kim Possible's set, it only has the compilation disc, because the show's 2 season releases are still Disney Movie Club exclusives, although you can get them at the Disney Store's website without a Disney Movie Club membership. But, you know, the Disney Store's website isn't like the most, I don't know, I guess it isn't like the best way to have them available. I would much prefer retail releases, because like I said in previous videos, I think that the Disney Movie Club is a big scam, so Disney can make more money off of you. But anyway, these are definitely 2 DVD releases that I recommend, especially if you don't have these volumes on DVD individually for whatever reason. Also, we only have 1 volume left of both shows to complete them, because Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers only has 14 episodes left for Disney to release on DVD, and Goof Troop only has 25 episodes left for Disney to release on DVD. Because Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers had 65 half-hour episodes, and Goof Troop had 78 half-hour episodes. So, yeah, hopefully, if enough people buy these DVD sets, then Disney will finally complete these shows on DVD. And I think that's what they're thinking of doing. They're probably doing these just to see how well they would sell before they decide to complete these shows on DVD. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to comment on the video if you want to. And if you have any show besides the 4 that I already mentioned that you want Disney to complete on DVD, let me know in the comments. Heck, Disney could even license them to Shell Factory like they did with Gravity Falls. But Disney doesn't seem to want to take advantage of that opportunity. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And until next time, I'm Jason the Total Drama Fan, and I am signing off.